good. I'm gonna leave the streaks. I think.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
You see it?
Yeah.
Maybe tilt. Is that better?
I mean, I don't see
That's
you.
probably better, right?
No, I still see it. I still see it.
I know. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna see if it's smuts. I mean, I wouldn't put it past me. This computer's full of cookies and
still there. That's weird.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Is it this light? No. What is that? I like it. It's framing me.
It's like you're quantum leaping.
It looks.
Oh boy.
It's been a long, exhausting day. Your troubles just won't go away. One thing that gets you through these is watching cheesy holiday movies. You think that you're above them, but you know that you love them. So get ready to listen. Now here comes Kevin and Kristin. Oh yeah.
There he is.
Hey.
There we go. Here, let me just flip you.
Perfect.
Yeah, that was so strange. It was like strange.
That's okay. I have two ghosts right here.
Oh, you do? Yeah, look. It looks like you're in the circus.
I know. I don't.
Yeah, Kristin, it looks like you have you're in a swing.
Can you juggle? Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
I'm on the trapeze is what's happening. This is beautiful. I hope it's a ghost. I love spooky things.
You do, right? Yeah.
This is weird because Kristin, you're staying the same age. I'm clearly getting older, and Andrew, you're getting younger. What is happening? It's ridiculous.
It's the juice. It's all that juice.
You know
what? My wife treats me well.
That's
happy
so
nice.
Wife.
Yeah, she treats me well.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what it is. That's what it is. No, it's actually here. Sorry, guys. This is terrible that we're
You're fine.
recording. I'm trying to figure out my stand.
Don't say anything good because I have to use it if you start talking about a sequel to Three Wise Men, then I have to use it no matter what.
Then you have to use that. Yeah. It'll just be my palm.
Yes. I loved blah blah
Three
blah.
Wise Men. Let me tell you some dirt on Three Wise Men right now.
Well, it's good to see you. Thank you again for doing this.
Of course. How you guys been?
Good.
Pretty good. Also, just to make a big deal out of this, you are now officially in our 3-timers club because you've been on the show 3 times. So thank you, first of all.
That's
also,
more times than producer Mike has been on the show.
That's true. As you can see, Mike is not here right now, so he's
in the air. He's in the air, flying home right now.
Yeah.
Well, lucky me, man. Thank you for continuing to invite me back, guys.
We should get you like a gold jacket or something.
Yeah. Where's that gold jacket?
I don't know.
It's on the way.
Kristin, you're a designer.
I can make it.
Get that designed and made. Yeah.
I can make it.
You rotate it around to the 3-timer club.
Yes. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. Only if I hand deliver it. I would. Nobody.
Budgets have gotten a little higher since we talked last, I guess.
No, probably lower.
First class flights all over the place.
Oh my God.
To hand deliver the gold jacket.
That would be amazing. But no, not at all.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
First class doesn't FedEx. We'll FedEx that right over. But...
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Before we talk about your movie, if you don't mind, I just want to talk about 2 really important items. One is this.
Oh yeah.
Crushed. And the other is this.
That one. Come on.
That's amazing.
Come on.
The height that you got alone compared to just him being tall.
Yeah. I got to be honest. When I saw that, when Chris originally posted that, I thought the first one was real, and then that one was like cutouts of you guys.
No.
And then when I looked closer, and you did, man. You got air.
Yeah.
Well, it was the most creative request that we got. Definitely. Yeah.
That's always my goal, because I go to so many like comic book Comic-Con sort of situations, and people get so creative at those. And when I realized at Christmas cons, I could just be as creative, and y'all are always down for it. So that's what makes it even more joyful. Because also I think Tyler's pants are falling off. So
Yeah, they're always falling off.
wonderful. It was
Got a
so great.
Little bonus for the shot there.
I guess. I mean, that's what the ladies want. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. So again, let's talk about your. We watched it. I watched it twice since last night, just so you know.
For any particular reason? Did you?
I loved it. First of all,
it was great.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
Great, guys.
Okay, so I love a mystery, like in general.
Yeah.
So I think that's my favorite thing about these two Curious Caterers is that there's a sneaky bit of romance, but it's just like mystery. Let's solve it. And I love it so much. And y'all are such good friends that obviously the chemistry just like comes out of the TV at us, and it's so delightful. Yeah.
It's great to hear. I'm so happy you said that, because like I'm still, the Twitter response was great. We were like trending and stuff, which was great.
You guys were trending over the Grammys. Like you were trending over the Grammys. It was awesome.
You beat Lizzo.
Yeah. Well,
no one beats Lizzo. I'm so sorry.
Nobody beats Lizzo.
It was trending so high. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so great. But my concern is always that are we pushing the limits too much for the Hallmark crowd, on this one? But I thought the director did an amazing job in this one. How he edited together the comedic moments and the fast-paced kind of like camera shots and stuff. And but I honestly, I was pleasantly surprised with how much they pushed the suspense thriller side of this movie. And like, there's some graphic parts to it. Normally I just sit down and I'll watch a movie I'll watch these movies with my son, my 7-year-old. And this one I was like, can we watch this one together? I don't know.
I don't want to spoil too much, but there's multiple body drops in this film.
I know there. Yeah.
So it was definitely that's usually the off screen, and it was really interesting to see
but that's an excellent question, because sweet Beverly Elliott playing Fran, spoiler alert, dies. And listen, it's fine if you haven't watched it. I don't feel bad.
You haven't watched it yet. Yeah.
But like, was that actress Beverly just like pretending to be dead and then like the plastic was put over her? I'd have like a panic attack if I was like.
They were overly cautious and accommodating, just making sure like okay, Beverly, we're gonna shoot, everybody ready, camera ready, sound roll, everybody roll, and then they just put the bag over her head quickly. But I took a video.
I saw that
of her. I put it on Twitter. Just before she dies. But she's
so
great. I've never worked with Beverly before, but Nikki did a movie with her just before. Nikki did her movie with Brendan Elliott with Beverly just before we did ours. And when we found out that Beverly was doing our movie, Nikki was like, "Oh my gosh, Andrew, she's such a good actress. She's amazing. We're in for a treat."
When she like entered, it was like an epic entrance, just like in she's wonderful. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Wonderful. Just like how she just like she just kind of gets into the skin, right, of the character, and like totally different than Nikki's movie that I saw with her.
Right.
And then this one, it's a little more schleppy and just kind of like this, doesn't take no for an answer, kind of like. Yeah, she was great.
I was surprised. I was surprised at her fate. Kristen's already spoiled it, but I was surprised at her fate because I felt that character and Detective Tom were going to butt heads throughout. And
it is kind of a shame. It's a little bit of a waste now that we can't maybe she comes back from the dead. Maybe maybe she'll be a ghost. You know,
That's the ghost. That's
She's
it.
She's the ghost. She's the trapeze ghost. Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, I would think. I mean, there's 11 books. I would think the goal is to make more, obviously. And it's interesting because speaking of spoilers, as we get to the end of this movie, the last movie, and when we talked to you about this last, Andrew, there is obviously romantic tension, but nothing comes of it, which would seem weird in a murder mystery that a couple would make out. So it feels like appropriate that didn't happen. And this time you're really rooting for it, and it feels like the stakes are higher. But again, not to spoil it, but if you look through the 11 books, there is a storyline in which the two characters it's their wedding day. So, and then
Kevin, spoiler.
Get a library card, Kristin. Get a library card.
Let's just go through all 11 novels here. I look at the very beginning when we first ventured into this. With movie one, Nikki and I were talking. We're like, well, we've already done 4 movies together. Like, we don't want to just do another Nikki DeLoach, Andrew Walker movie where we fall in love and we let the tension, we let the air out of the bag, and we got to build that tension and so, honestly, 2 movies in now and hearing what fans have to say about it, and and also hearing Nikki strongly feels like we need to have a kiss potentially in the third one, or we need to have something. Sure. We need to move this relationship along, And originally I was like, after the first movie, I was like, we'll move the relationship along in movie number 5 or 6. But honestly, looking at the journey that these 2 characters have gone on now, a big part of our discussion coming into this movie was how many times have I seen you during the week? How many times do you bring me baked goods at my office? How many times have I, seen Olive? And we were I was playing that familiarity through Olive as well when it came into the house. And I was like, hey, Olive, how you doing? How's your softball and all this stuff? And like, so we talked about that and the gap between the first movie and the second movie a lot. And so I feel like we're prime and ready to potentially take this relationship to the next level. And I do think that it would have been a little strange in the first movie and even in the second movie. Because 2 of Goldie Berry's friends die. Like, you don't want to be friends with this girl necessarily,
She almost just died in both of them. So it's like not,
Oh, this one, again, I'm not the fan of giving spoilers, so I'm not going to say that.
I think we're past it, Kevin. We're past it.
Well,
we're past it. Just give all the spoilers.
Okay, like when Nikki, I screamed. I don't scream, but I was like, oh my God, because I was like, well, what's gonna happen now?
What does that sound like, Kevin, when you scream? What does that sound like?
My wife went to bed already, or I'd bring her down and say, reenact what I did. It was loud, it was obnoxious.
Well, so talk about, because obviously that was very choreographed stunt sort of situation. Was that too much fun? Like, it looked like, I love choreographed sort of stunt stuff like that. I don't want to brag, but on a TV show, I did my own stunt. But the thing is,
my own singular stunt.
This one. You can brag, Kristin. Brag about it. You should brag about it.
I could have injured myself, but I couldn't climb high enough on the wall. It was like one of those climbing walls, and I was supposed to like fall off of it, but I didn't have enough arm strength to actually climb up it. So they just shot it.
It benefited you.
Yeah. So they just had me fall. It was great. Anyway, talk to me about stunts. How fun is that for you? Or did you have a stunt double? And if so, could we meet them?
Yeah. Well, I love stunts. Nikki is like the Tom Cruise of the Curious Caterer mystery wheels that we do. Yeah. She does all of her own stunts, and she's pretty badass, and she likes to get her hands dirty as much as she possibly can. And Goldie is like a take charge, girl, and she gets in there, and so it was a choice that she's the one that usually kind of makes the first move.
Yeah.
And like and like takes down the bad guy, and then I'm always the guy like to come to, and it's kind of the the way our dynamics are yin and yang to each other. Like she always one ups me. You know what I mean? She always one ups me, and I come in later for like the hero move, but
you have the handcuffs. You have the handcuffs.
I got the handcuffs and the badge. I got the
badge
and the handcuffs. But no, the stunt. We did have stunt performer. We still did have stunt doubles. They're incredible. Vancouver has amazing stunt performers.
Ooh.
There's, there is not a shortage of incredible stunt people there. When you think of all the big productions that happen in Vancouver, they've shot some of the biggest, like they shoot all the WB shows, The Flash, Batgirl, all these TV shows there. And then they shot the Ryan Reynolds movie, the Marvel movie that he did.
Oh, Deadpool.
Not Deadpool. They shot both Deadpools there.
Cool.
So they have incredible stunt performers there. So they had a whole choreographed scene. She came in and she did it. She watched it just a couple times, and I guess it's like Nikki's an athlete, but she's also a dancer and stuff like that. So I think it was just her. She retains physical movement really, really well, and so she came in and just did such a great job with it. She did it a couple times, and
on that dumpster. That was like, and you did that on Twitter too. Yeah, it was awesome.
Kevin and I's one of my favorite tropes is when the Chicky Babes or whoever falls off of a ladder.
Usually hanging a Christmas
fall
ornament.
off of a dumpster.
So
I lost my mind. I was like, this is a new height for us.
Yeah, no, I actually had to edit that I shot her in the entire scene, and it was funny because they were like, Nikki, you're gonna come in and you're gonna get up on the dumpster at some point. And she just like had this whole scene that she was like improving her physical, comedy stuff that she was doing, like pushing the dumpster over the window and then trying to get up on it. And like, she just like popped up on that thing.
So great.
But it's great. It's great.
That's a great, you were talking about like the tension versus the comedy. Like the director, Paul Ziller, put the camera on the dumpster. So she's pushing it. There's a bit of tension, but it's also very comical.
It's very comical.
Especially in a Hallmark movie, that point of view. And then the tension of going up. I saw in a interview, she had said she was staring into a yoga studio.
Yes.
Window, which is hilarious.
An active yoga studio. Yeah. So every time she was over, she was shooting. People were like, okay, who's this strange girl looking at?
That's fantastic. I love it. How did it, because you got to wear the badge again, but you also got to, because I don't know how many times you've gotten to put on the same person again. So like, how did it feel to get to be him again?
It's incredible. We don't get that opportunity at Hallmark. And so, I just to go deeper into, that the guy who is so different than any other character that I get to play on Hallmark. And really learning more about him through the characters too, through the other characters, through the people that they brought back, the way that they treat me. I was comparing it to like Helen Mirren had said, she'd been asked, how do you play the queen? And she's like, you don't play the queen, darling. People treat you like the queen. And so like, this guy's, he's a closed book. He's got some issues he's working through. He's, he's not a fun guy necessarily. He doesn't want to be around a lot of people. He's got, but the way that Mason treats me, the way that Mason treats Tom and the way that Marla treats Tom. And then you get Goldie, who's, she's the one that kind of breaks me out of my mold, or she's kind of like, she just like shakes me up, but I definitely get the respect from Marla and Tom that I'm used to. But Goldie, not at all. And I think that it's a lot of fun to be able to jump back in, and Nikki and we had made a conscious decision I had made a conscious decision. I was like, Nick, I would love to work with your acting coach before we jump into this, because she had done a lot of background, a lot of breaking down of the script for the first movie with her coach, who's also her writing partner. Her name is Megan. And after we had done the first one, I was like, Nick, I don't want to take this for granted that we can possibly come back multiple times on this. And also, I just want us to have so much fun doing, playing these characters. And so we worked with Megan before this, and I think it really helped. I think it really helped to kind of just bring it, because you don't want it to be one note. I could just go around being this like
the scruff guy, but I felt he was a little looser in moments. And again, like you mentioned Mason, can we call him Detective Mason this movie? Right. So he got made detective. That's huge.
Made detective. I know. Yeah.
That actor. Oh my God. Riley Davis is so good. He's so good. His solo stakeout was some of the most funny stuff I've seen. Hallmark.
Yeah, he had the crew. He had the crew in stitches. They just like everyone was laughing when he was in that car, and you could just keep the camera rolling, and Riley would just come up with different things, different takes. Yeah, but he's so subtle and he's so honest with it. He's so earnest. It's so that's really what sells him, and he's arguably like one of the more important characters in the story, because he's like, it could be another actor and he could be dragging the story down, and Riley was just so perfect. Perfectly cast.
He's lovely. And it's this one we got to see you, which I thought was interesting because the ex-wife shows up in this one and refers to you as Tommy, which is like, I never pictured Detective Tom Schultz letting someone ever call him Tommy. So that was like a cool thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Nikki jokes. She's like, when we did the rehearsal with that actress who played Jessamine, I had to take a moment, because I was like, that's my ex-wife.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to process this for a second. And like, this is a whole different side of this guy. Like, what's he doing with a girl like this? Like, I guess opposites attract, and they attract. But calling me Tommy, and how she was just like, this schmoozer, and was kind of dripping in jewelry and buying expensive tequila, and it's like
$900 bottle.
$900
bottle. I know, no kidding. But I'll tell you what, before I met my now wife, I was in a relationship with a girl that was totally different to me. Like, Cassandra and I are very similar people, but totally different. So
I think you have to. You have to figure out who is the piece that fits with you, and sometimes it's very like you just have to keep. Yeah, that's why I liked about it, because it's like, great, it's not just someone that's like Goldie, so we have to watch these two women butt heads, because what I liked is they never butted heads. I never like to see women just being like for no reason. So I was glad when, it just was, I thought it was cast perfectly, performed perfectly. She was funny in her own right, even though she was meant to be the villain, but I laughed at her.
Yeah, she's great. She's great. Yeah.
There's a moment that I really like that actually kind of lends itself a little more towards Goldie and Tom's romance, which is towards the end of the film, at the very end of the film, where Dr. Richard Lachlan Monroe is talking to his daughter and kind of interrupts and even says, "I'm sorry, Tom." And it just had this moment of like this maturity amongst these characters where that marriage is long over and it feels like he has grown and he knows what Tom and Goldie are kind of going through and that they're coming together. And here he comes in and interrupts what was the only possible romantic moment. And then, sorry, Tom. And I loved it because it was very natural, very realistic. So there's a lot with very little written. So
Isn't Lachlan Monroe amazing too? Like, Lachlan is just he's just a staple Canadian. He's just like an actor. He's in everything. Lachlan has like 400 credits.
Yes.
And we're just so fortunate to have him on this. And same with JC Doughton, with Marla character.
Yeah.
Her and her and Nikki are amazing
Yes.
together.
Yeah, they just ping pong off of each other. Like they truly have this grounded friendship. You know what I mean? Like, which is so lovely. Yeah. Well, the thing about Lachlan and like that character is I don't think it would have worked with another actor of like in this second one being like accused, because we knew as the viewer, this is not possible. This is just not possible. So this mystery is not solved. But then my favorite moment is at the end, after you and Nikki do your big old fight scene, he just comes to the top of the stairs with like the pool cue, and he's like, what's going on?
What's going on?
Like I want that made into like a meme. Like, what's going on? Like it's so good.
I know.
Speaking of memes, man, the lock, when you see they're bored and you do the lock thing, that's going to be a meme everywhere for click here. Click here.
Click here.
Like and subscribe.
That's why I did it, Kevin. That's why I did it.
We're
going to use it.
We're going to use it. I think it should be at the end of every episode now, Kevin.
Like and subscribe. It was awesome.
Try to get at least 10 potential memes in every movie. That's my goal.
Yeah. Good. Well,
can I don't want to jump ships on films, but I did want to bring this up in person because I know like we don't like to take advantage, but when we watched Three Wise Men and a Baby, your character, not you, I don't want to make that very clear, used the word GIF as opposed to GIF. And I said to Kristin, there's no way Andrew Walker says GIF. And then she wrote to you and you said that was the character.
Yeah. So thank you.
I just want to put that out there in the world.
I don't think we would have let you back on if you said GIF.
You don't get in a 3-timer club that way.
Take the jacket back. In person again. Of course, you fly
Leave
back
another
again.
first class.
First class trip. Back out. Take the jacket back. Yeah.
Yep. Oh man. Also, very important question. Do you know the diameter of your pecs?
Super important.
Who wrote that? Because if a dude is out there really doing, Kevin, are you doing that?
Every morning.
I
brush my teeth, I floss, and I measure my pecs. Yep.
Measure the pecs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Any movement there, Kevin? Do you get like? Is there any growth? Is there any growth
some
happening?
gingivitis for the brushing and the floss, but as far as the rest, no.
Okay.
I enjoyed that line a lot, and it made me giggle.
Yeah.
So, for the writers. Yeah.
There was a few out loud giggles that I had in this movie, actually.
Oh yeah. First of all, when Nikki was like, Tom, and you were like, Goldie, the way that you two responded to each other, I laughed very hard out loud at that moment.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. And that scene when I do this and the camera goes back to them and they're like on the board. Like,
yeah.
You know, just covering it.
And also the look that you give to Mason when he says, don't you have cameras in the dressing room? Oh, yeah. It's just this look of, you're not going to be a detective much longer, buddy.
Yeah.
Do we see Mason and I just dropped her name out of my brain. Marla getting together. Do we see that? I think it's cute.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of an age gap there, but I don't know.
Like, fair enough.
You know, there was you see Mason speaking to one of the police officers in one of the scenes right when I walk in to the station. He's just like ad-libbing some stuff where he's like and you know, and now I'm a detective, you know, and I don't know, I forget what he said. He's like and then I became detective.
Oh yeah, to like the receptionist.
To the receptionist. And she was great. We were actually had a lot of time with her off set, and she's just really funny and charming actress. And Nikki and I were talking, we're like, maybe we should talk to producers and see if like they could have a little hookup. And you know, because Mason needs to have his his office fling.
I think it would be like the best thing for Mason to be even more distracted at his job. Like that would be Oh, that'd be so great. I mean, he'd play it so charming. You wouldn't even be able to fully get mad at him.
Right. You can never fully get mad. You never fully get mad at Mason.
I'd almost like to see, and I've not read the book, so, and I don't know how close you say the source material with them, but I'd like to see Mason as the accused. And then Tom almost, because Tom, it seems like such a straight lace by the book, and that he almost starts to not take shortcuts, but kind of go outside the lines, because he's like, I know he didn't do this. And there'd be something really cool about that, like him breaking his boundaries. So I'm talking out loud now. I'm just being
well, hopefully John Christopher Plummer, our writer, listens to this podcast, Kevin. And
I will send the link.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's all Kevin and I are trying to do. That's all we're trying to do.
Yeah, we don't even want credits. We just want to be on set one day and then get thrown off the next. We're fine with that.
Yeah.
We'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, golly.
There's going to be a Hallmark movie shooting in your neck of the woods at some point, or we just take Kristin's her first
take
thing,
my
her
jet.
first thing. Take the jet. Yeah.
It'd be amazing. Oh my God.
Julie and I we're going up to Toronto for so we're kind of slowly making our way over to Vegas.
Yeah.
We're going the long way
around,
but
Yeah. Slowly getting to places, because hopefully we're doing Philly's Comic-Con again, then hopefully Chicago's, and then we'll wake it all the way up to Toronto.
Almost there. We're almost there.
Great.
Are you allowed to speak of any upcoming projects or like wink at us about them?
Yeah, I actually.
You just made another gift. Thank you so much. I've sold 3 projects to Hallmark, which I'm going to be executive producing for the first time. So that's really exciting. A Christmas movie that I'm very excited about. It has a little bit of the undertones of Three Wisemen, where like broad comedy grounded by a lot of heart, and I don't know if it's going to be for this Christmas or next Christmas. You just never know how the script turns out. We're in the second draft now, but we'll see. But so I know I do know I have a Christmas movie coming out this year.
I would be shocked if you didn't.
Yeah, the world would crumble if you didn't.
I don't know about crumble, but and I do know that there is murmurs of Paul, Tyler, and I potentially getting together again. I mean, I think it would just be, it wouldn't be smart if they saw the numbers and just didn't let us get together again. Yeah, one more time.
Right.
So
that's great.
So there's that. And Curious Caterer, we're looking to come back for a third. Awesome. So
it's a nice transition out of I know we're still in the winter, obviously, but really going into Loveuary, like going into February, there's something really nice about those movies. So it's just like that, I don't know, turning the heat up or something. I just really like it.
Excuse you.
Well, in all ways. My suggestion, I should send this to Paul because he's been on the show as well. My suggestion for you guys is either to be hockey players or to be baseball players. I don't know why, but I feel like you guys in uniforms like that, that's a seller. So
Kevin.
Not much of a plot. Not much of a plot there.
Just go. That's what. But Hallmark did that with Kimberly and Paul for Three Wisemen. They were like, "Hey guys, 3 men and a baby.
Yeah, go.
All right, Bull Durham, go."
Listen, it could be like Mighty Ducks, but now grown up. Go.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be amazing.
Can you skate? You can ice skate, right?
Yeah.
I can skate. Yeah, I'm playing a beer league.
He's Canadian. I don't know a Canadian that can't skate.
I know. I wanted him to say it. I didn't want to assume. I feel like that's arrogant.
Yeah. You are banished from Canada if you don't know how to skate.
Listen, I'm already got my flight booked for Toronto. I have to get in.
Yes. There were some other ideas being thrown around at Christmas Con this year, which I thought was pretty smart. There was Charlie's Angels and reversed, where Nikki DeLoach plays Charlie, and we're the three angels.
Brilliant.
And so that was kind of a fun one as well.
Same costumes though. Same costumes for you guys. It would just be what the angels tight pant suits.
Yeah.
These are just ideas. This is our spitball session.
A band? What about a band? Oh, do you play a musical instrument?
Triangle.
Nice. Okay, good.
Great.
Okay, good.
Very necessary in a band, obviously.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I also appreciate a buddy cop. Yeah. Or a buddy cop movie.
Or buddy cop.
Paul plays the voice of a dog. You know what I mean? Or like.
Listen, if you do buddy cop, I like two of you as the buddy cop and one is the criminal mastermind.
Yes!
I'll let you guys work that out, but
yeah. Tyler.
That's what I would assume.
Oh my God. He would just be like Dr. Evil. Like we should just leave him in a chair, just keep
I know.
around.
Tyler's so funny. He's just like all the time. He's just like, I'm so tired, man. I'm so tired. And I'm like, dude, but like you're so active on like social media and everything. You're like and he like takes things on and he's doing a lot of stuff. But I guess he just wants to chill, and chill out between movies and kick his feet up and relax with RJ. But yeah, it's funny. He's always like, I'm just so tired, man. I'm just so tired.
Oh, let him rest.
poor guy was the lowest point in the tree in our tree pose too. So every time we have to do in the photo shoots where people would come in and want to do the tree, recreate the tree for like 3 hours. We're doing these photo shoots with our elf costumes on, and Tyler has to get down in a squatting position every single time. And Paul and I were just dying because he's
least he's the youngest
my
one.
legs are just gonna buckle. My legs are just gonna buckle out from underneath me. I'm just not gonna be able to walk out of here.
That's the brilliance of Paul, putting him there. Put him down. Put him down.
Yeah. I know. Put him down. Put him down.
You all got to go to the movie thing. Crap, Kristen, use your words.
Sundance.
Thank you.
I got you, Kristen.
Listen, our first class flights don't fly to Utah, unfortunately. It's just we have first class, but very like specific areas.
Yeah, specific areas. Yes.
Was that for like? Had y'all done that before for Hallmark, or was this like something special this year?
This was a special thing this year. I guess previous years, they had brought out some of the girls like Danica and Candace and stuff, and this year they invited Paul, myself, and Tyler, Lacey, and Ashley Williams, and they let me bring my wife, and Ashley brought her husband, and basically it's a unique situation because Hallmark doesn't have any. They're not trying to sell any movies there. They're just schmoozing advertisers. So basically, it's the head of their advertisement, of the advertising arm to Hallmark team, and they basically fly in people that buy advertisement on the channel, and just treat them to dinners and skiing, and they're like, the whole point of this is basically to ski, drink, and eat. And I'm like, I can do all three of those things really well. No problem. And so we were on the slopes basically every day, just like, shredding it up. And I got to meet a whole other side of Hallmark that I've met, the people at Hallmark that I've never met before. But on that trip, there was around 30 people with Hallmark, and like executives and stuff like that. And so each night, first night was myself, my wife, Tyler, Wanya Lucas, and a few other executives there. And then the next night, I sat next to Lisa Hamilton Daly, which was so great, just getting to know these women a lot better, and and just have normal conversations, not even really talk about work, just life and kids and it was amazing. It was so much fun. And then we went to one movie. We figured we should go to a movie.
I was gonna ask. Yeah.
Total waste. No,
Oh.
no. We
Now,
didn't
now
see
you
a
can't
great
say what it
movie.
was.
I know. It was not a great movie. And we saw it at 8:45 in the morning.
Oh God, I don't know if
But it
anything's
was
good at that. Or I don't get up early.
there
so
are
I don't know.
there are yeah, actually that's what time a lot of the movies they start showing at 8:45. But a lot of the bigger movies, the movies that are like potential festival winners and stuff, they show them the first weekend. So
Okay.
the weekend is like jammed. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, first weekend. We arrived on a Monday afternoon and we took off on a Thursday. So we wasn't a lot of people in the city, in Park City. It was great. Nobody on the ski slopes either. You just
Oh,
like
that's
you're
perfect.
up and down, and I'm hanging out with these guys and just like
Yeah,
drinking some beer in the afternoon and skiing, and so much fun. So much fun.
that's
3
awesome.
competitive ski instructors. That's the movie.
That's the show.
Yeah.
That's it. We just wrote it for you. You're welcome.
Oh, there we go.
They're all competing. It's 3 different mountains. Each of them, one of the mountains is probably going to get turned into like a bed and breakfast mountain, and they're all competing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a remake of Ski Patrol. That movie Ski
I love
Patrol.
it.
I was just gonna say Ski Patrol. Yeah,
Ski Patrol 2, awesome movie. Awesome movie.
awesome
So
movie.
good.
Awesome.
So good.
What an era! What an era for
I
film,
miss-
eh? What an era for films. Those comedies.
Yes, I miss the
Oh,
90s,
man.
like late 80s comedies because so many were built
Yeah.
around skiing for some reason or like winter things.
True.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Can Hallmark buy the rights to Police Academy? Because if that happened, oh my God.
Mm. Oh my
Now
God. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
only
But
half
just
joking.
only Police Academy 5 when they go to Miami.
Yeah, just that one. Shot for shot remake. Oh, that would be
That'd be
unbelievable.
brilliant.
I really I love the feel lately of Hallmark. I love that it is very
Mhm.
female run, and you can just feel it's such a very, it's a great direction for Hallmark. So I
Yeah.
thoroughly
Yeah.
enjoyed the film.
Have you seen some of the TV shows now? Have you watched the TV series that they're doing, the original TV? Like, I don't know if Ride is out just yet, but there's
No,
another
I
one.
watched a few episodes of the time traveling pond one.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I hear it's pretty cool. I hear it's shot really, really well.
Yeah.
It is
And-
neat. And I love Annie McDowell.
Yeah.
Groundhog Day to me is like
Oh yeah.
the epitome of comedy, and she was wonderful in it. But yeah, I think that's what's really great about the direction that's moving. And obviously, I'm on so many of these Hallmark fan page things, and there's so many folks that are like, where's the old stuff? And I was like, on DVD, get it there.
It's there.
Like,
I mean, you can,
Yeah.
watch it.
I want to
It's there.
like this evolution is what's important, and
Yeah.
it's also so much wider of a inclusivity, and so many more stories are being told, and I think that's what's
Absolutely.
really awesome about it.
There's a
And I
much more realistic feel, like a real world
Yeah.
feel to everything
Yeah.
that's happening. So
That's exactly what you just said right there, Kevin, is exactly what Hallmark is trying to go for. Is just tell real stories with real people. Like you look at the movie that Ben Ayers did with the little girl with Down syndrome, you know, and like,
Good.
you know, these are movies, these are stories that need to be told. And, you know, for the people that came to Hallmark 15 years ago and, you know, love those traditional style movies that they were telling, or, you know, they're still going to they still tell those movies.
Yeah.
The movies are still like that, but the music is better. The look of the movies are better.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get diversity in relationships. You're gonna get same sex, but you're gonna get some of the other stuff as well. But it's something for everybody is really what they're trying to do here, and it seems really like there's a lot of thought that goes behind them picking these movies now, and I honestly I feel really fortunate that I feel like I have this opportunity to bring them content now. There's movies that I pitched years ago to Hallmark. They never picked them.
Yeah.
But some of these concepts now they're ready for it. And so it's awesome that they're green lighting these projects now and giving some of the actors an opportunity to bring them stuff that may or may not have been picked as a concept a few years ago. And so I'm just really excited to be on, be a part of what the journey that they're taking us all on now and stuff, and just continue to put out great work. And I feel like I owe it to the fans, and I owe it to my career, and I owe it to, my kids. I just, I want to just put out the best work I can possibly put out, and I feel like that's the beauty of working with a girl like Nikki, with an actress like Nikki. Nikki has the same work ethic as me, and she, her and I we just want to do the best we can possibly do, and it's a very special situation to be in.
Very quickly before we say goodbye, one of the things that I loved about grilling season was probably one of the things I shouldn't have, which was the explosion of the grill. And my reason, spoiler, by the way, my reason is my igniter is not working on my grill. Ooh. Listen, kids, if you're watching at home, buy a new grill or get a new igniter. But I do what you're not supposed to do, which I turn the gas up and I have a match on a stick, a stick match, and I do it from away. But man,
you do it far away. Oh man,
do it far away because I'll film it sometime.
Don't die.
No, I'm far enough away.
Your daughter and dog need you, and so does your wife.
Well, Julie sent me out. Go make those burgers.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Kevin, why don't you take the grate off the grill and put the match closer to the where the gas is coming out.
As soon as that's what I should do. As soon as
get one of those really long matches, and then
or just a lighter stick.
Yeah.
Kevin,
you're doing all of this wrong.
Yeah, Kevin. You do not have to risk your life every time you light your grill.
This episode is called "The Night Andrew Walker Saved My Life." Yeah.
Also, when Kevin lights his grill, he's not even cooking meat. It's all vegan.
I am a vegan, so it is. When I said burgers, they're beyond burgers, but yeah, you still use fire, Kristin.
I know.
Andrew, where can we find you? I know you're on the social media. Are you still doing TikTok?
No, not. I mean, when I bet when I do another movie with Tyler again, I'll be back on TikTok.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there's a lot going on in my life right now. I can't take on one more platform of sorts.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I have Instagram, awalk with 2Ks 35. I have Twitter, awalk with 1K 35. And that's basically it so far.
Last time we talked, you were going to try and bring them balanced, if you will.
I know.
Cool.
Not there yet.
I just want to confirm you have the blue check next to both of your accounts, because I saw Paul's video today that folks are pretending to be Paul Campbell and trying to ask people for money and messages. And just a reminder to all fans, like these dudes are not going to do that. Please stop giving weird people on the internet money.
But also don't rely on the blue check, because I don't think on Twitter that you have the blue check, and Twitter's
right on. They switched it.
But yeah, be careful out there. Yeah, honestly, it's crazy that people are asking for money and
what a shame.
It's nuts. I know. Speaking of which, a real person that's actually that we're raising money for is Ben Ayers is doing his Hallmark University. Bam, there we go. Yes. And he's doing one for Valentine's Day with the 3 Wisemen. And we're donating all proceeds to a women's shelter out here in Los Angeles. And what's great about this women's shelter is it's also kids are also involved in this transition. So
that's amazing.
So so get on Hallmark University. I guess it's Romance University.
Yeah, don't worry. I ordered a pair of pants with your 3 faces on it. So that's coming. There's like everything. And I already have this shirt. And then Ben is sending me the one of him and Tyler for my birthday, which is thank you, Ben. So I was like, well, I need a full outfit. So I got the pants.
There we go.
You need a cummerbund.
He has a fanny pack. I need to get the fanny pack.
He's got a fanny pack too?
Yeah.
Ben he's a monster.
He's going to make a beanie. And I was like, I should always just take my money. Like,
yeah. Because
Ben's
like the Calvin Klein of Hallmark.
Right. Like I want it. I probably wouldn't buy as much if it wasn't. I know it's going to an amazing place, and I donate to those things anyway. I donate to Planned Parenthood every year. So it's like, I would love to, at least now I'm getting some really cool swag too. But like,
yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. We have to have.
It's amazing. You did a great job with it.
We are on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at Remark the Show. And you can email us at remarktheshow@gmail.com.
Also, Kevin, oh my God, big deal. We're doing Love You Area at Comedy Sports. So we're doing 2 fully improvised Hallmark Love You Area movies. So come and see those as well. It's just, you know, a big city person coming to a small town for a Valentine's Day festival.
Sounds perfect.
That's a thing.
Love it. I can't wait to see you guys perform.
Andrew, man, someday it will work
I
out.
know.
We'll get you on a stage to do improv with you.
Yes.
It'll be
yes.
It'd be a blast. It'd be a blast.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for always being so kind and a friend of the show. You're just a lovely human being, and you have a beautiful
Thank
family, and it's just lovely having you on.
Thank you so much, guys. I love being on. I appreciate it. You guys,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of fun.
Check out Grilling Season, a curious caper
Paper?
mystery.
Well, it could be.
I switched it.
Could be.
Curious Caterer mystery on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. It
Yep,
is
it's really good. Thank you, Andrew.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.